Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 20th episode of our Proppy Podcast. My name is Vivian Chong. I'm the host for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, if you're invited by your friends tonight, if you're listening in on our podcast for the first time, just to let you know, every Sunday night we're doing our podcast sessions. We invite fellow Proppians here, our friends, to have conversation with them, getting them to share with us their stories. So yes, this is a chit-chat sessions with our fellow friends, our Proppians as well. So in Proppy, we want to get to know our fellow Proppians and inspire each other and learn and grow together. And we also want to record and also document our stories and our journey with Proppy. So if you would like to know more about ProppyApp itself, the features of the app or any business opportunity, please get in touch with your friends who invited you, who shared this link to you, and also come into our Saturday's sessions as we share more about what ProppyApp is, what is it that we're building. We are having both English and Mandarin ProppyApp sharing sessions and also podcasts on alternate Saturdays and also Sundays. So today, other than having a live session, we are also recording this podcast and we'll be posting it on our social media channels on Facebook, Podbean, and YouTube. So please subscribe to our channels. You can also rewatch the past sessions and you'll be notified on our newly uploaded contents every week. So also, this is housekeeping. A reminder to our audience today, please turn off your video and audio throughout the session because we're recording this podcast. By the end of the conversation later, after the closing, you can stay on and you can also turn on your video and audio to say hi after we close the conversation. So tonight, I am thrilled as we are joined by two dearest sisters, our Zimui, and I was really looking forward to our conversation tonight, to be honest. Okay, we have J and J, Janice and Juliana with us. Hi, Janice. Hi, Juliana.
Hello, hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Juliana. This was everybody online.
Yes. So we have actually had our chit chat sessions before. Something like this also, right? Our virtual sessions are usually on weekends, right? Friday night or Saturday night. But today will be the first time I really get to talk to both of you and know you better. So well, as usual, right? Instead of me introducing you, why not maybe you tell us more about yourself? Maybe Janice, would you like to start?
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Janice Khoo. Actually, I'm from Moa. I'm not sure whether you all know this small town in Johor, northern part of Johor. Moa town. Come from a small family, and I was basically introduced to this Proppy by my old friend Will Fong. Yeah, who was my neighbor. Childhood friends.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What about Juliana?
Hi. Similar to Janice, we actually shared a very coincident how we also met for the first time we joined the session for Proppy. Because my introducer was also Will Fong, but we knew each other back in Beijing long time ago. The incident was that I started private messaging Janice on the site while we were having the Proppy call, thinking that she was another friend from Beijing. So we started to go on and realized that we are actually on the wrong track, talking to the wrong person. But that also got us started as a friend from there onwards. So I think to share with that, I think the Proppy platform has allowed me to actually make more friends and who share the same frequency in terms of values and the families. I think in terms of our family and our expectations. So I'd like to know more of everybody as well. Thank you.
Yes. So tonight we are actually here talking about what women want, our title for tonight. That's why I was really looking forward to it as well. It's a really fun topic to me, right? So actually you've mentioned that both of you actually worked in Beijing before. Maybe Juliana, you want to tell me more about your working background as well?
Working background. Okay, I started off as a bin counter, the auditor, as what they all call the xiao san. That day I was laughing there. And after that, I figured that it's not quite for me. I moved on to management consultancy. Also spent more than 10 years there in the doing a lot of project work, doing a lot of business project, process engineering, performance management. And it got my eyes open to a lot of clients in terms of industries, in terms of different companies. And after having kids to settle down, the very hectic work life, I was worried I couldn't manage. And then I started to move on to join the bank, in the corporate banking side. And soon after,
That is back in China, or were you back in?
I started in corporate banking in Singapore, but very shortly after I joined, within a few months, my husband got a posting to China because he was flying there very often. Then after that, the entire family moved over to China, Beijing. And at that point in time, a very interesting part was that at that point in time, I spent 17 years in Penang, where I'm from. Everybody knows it's the best place to eat, to shop, and to eat durians especially. Yeah. And then at that point in time,
Marian has anything to say to that?
Yes. More also have a lot of good.
When the COVID is over, we need to have this Penang and Muar,
Penang
durian PK.
Yes,
exactly, definitely.
Yes, definitely. Then at that point, I was saying, well, am I going to spend another 17 years in China? We were short half of it. I think after 9 years, we moved back to Singapore. It was a good 9 years in China. We have seen the very quick development of the city. Literally never sleep because they actually removed and rebuilt a massive bridge over a weekend, like 48 hours.
Like the COVID hospital as well.
Yeah, COVID hospital in one week or 2 weeks. Yes. Yeah. So I think since I came back, I have not worked because I was sharing with Janice earlier that I didn't want to kill myself. Looking after 4 kids who have been living away from the Singapore. We are now in Singapore, so they are coming back to the Singapore study the school system in the local government school. So I'm still looking, part of the why we are here, why I'm here for me anyway, personally, to look for ways and means that I can go back to contributing meaningfully for my own aspirations and maybe to what I can find out for myself, what I can do more. Besides of just being my kid's chauffeur.
It's a start. It's a start to coming back to this industry as well. But what about you, Janice? You've also worked in China, right?
Yeah, I used to
flying all over the
place. My career in the past 20 years, I was working for MNCs, and some local so-called Asia companies. I started with Infineon in Malacca. I stayed, Infineon is a semiconductor industry, company. Yeah, right. So I was there with Infineon about 7 years, about 4 years in Malacca city, and 2.5 years in China, but in Suzhou, not Beijing. Yeah, I was there to, I was one of the pioneer batch to set up the memory plant in Suzhou in year 2004 to 2006, end of 2006. Yeah. I was a procurement lady.
Why is that? Why is that?
Procurement.
Oh, procurement. Okay.
Yes. Purchasing, right? I was in, purchasing team. And then, in year 2006, actually, Kimonda was set up, spin-off, the memory plant, spin-off from Infineon become Kimonda. So at that time, I chose to come back to Malaysia, join back Infineon, right? Then not long after that, I was headhunted to KL, join a rubber manufacturing company in KL, near Batu Cave. Then I stayed in KL for a good about 8 years in chemical and rubber industry. And in year 2014, I was quite, I was talking to Juliana just now. Yeah, I was quite not happy with Malaysia. At that time, with Najib kind of things. So I wanted to find another home. So I quit my job and I looked for a new job in Singapore. And I successfully found a job in Singapore, and I moved to Singapore in year 2015, right? And I stayed in Singapore for about 4 years. I got my PR. Unfortunately, in year 2018, the economy, I would say, during that time, end of 2018, my company decided to move my work back to KL because every company was trying to, find a cheaper cost country to, to do the regional work. So, but I took the BSS because I wanted to stay back in Singapore. I just got my PR less than 2 years, so I don't want to move out of Singapore at that time. So but unfortunately the economy was not really getting better, but actually getting worse. And year 2019, I decided to move back to Muar, to Malaysia, to set up my own company. It was a big change for me.
So both of you actually left the corporate world, right? I also know that you've overcome some challenges along the way, right, Janice? Maybe can you share with us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, definitely. From a employee, a corporate person, back to a small town, not really small town, but hometown, where I have basically not really staying for the past 20 years. So all my connections, all my circle of friends were not really in my hometown. And also to become an entrepreneur, I basically have to start from the scratch. I have to attend a lot of courses to learn about leadership, to learn about how to start up a company, how to do sales, marketing, everything.
Everything on your own now.
Yes. Although I had a partner at that time, and also, the business that we are doing, actually, I'm doing, is basically food business. Also, something that I have never involved before, in my past 20 years of experience in corporate, world. So there's a lot of paradigm shift that I have to, take care of myself, emotionally, mentally, and also, from skill wise. Soft skills, hard skills. Yes. So but I think God is good. Everything happened for a good reason. And I am actually happy that I made all the changes, and I'm now back to Malaysia. During COVID time, I'm here with my parents. This is actually all this is actually all what I want. Actually, I plan to come back to Muar when I'm about age of 55, retired, and then come back, and take care of my parents. But actually, I come back earlier. I come back 10 years earlier.
Right. And Juliana also left the corporate world. Maybe because both of you are from a long time in corporates. So maybe there's a question I know. Maybe you want to compare among the work culture in the corporate, and also what we have now in Proppy. Juliana, do you have anything maybe you want to share about that?
I think I want to get involved a bit more before I can compare that. But definitely, I think by joining Proppy is that my hope and wishes is that I can be more involved in getting the business to where we see it going, so that we have ownership so you own it and you bring it to your whatever you envision it to be. I think that part is what got me sold onto the whole idea and why I joined Proppy.
Yeah. Janice, what are you actually currently doing in Proppy?
I have volunteered to become, one of the member at the backend office for the merchant approval. Yes.
All right. So you've been working with the sales team, I would say, right?
Yes, the merchant team. Yeah.
So actually, the merchant acquisition team is one of the busiest. Actually, okay, all of the divisions are very busy now, right? Because we're putting up this platform, trying to launch it to more, getting to more merchants in, and so are you like having meetings very frequently with the team?
Actually, I just joined not long ago. And I have participated in the training. First of all, they have this training, for all of us newcomer, and also briefed us about the flow, the requirement, the rules, the criteria, how we actually improve. Yeah, the merchants that submitted their.
I also noticed your background that you have on today, family by choice, right? We can't really see, but I know what is it. Do you have anything you want to say about that? Why is it that you put that on?
Yes, actually, the reason why I chose this background is that actually, I think all of us, until certain age, at a certain stage of life, we'll be thinking, how we actually wanted to move on and where we actually wanted to go, And at this point of time, actually, I'm trying to see what I can, live to the world when one day, die. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's actually us as a we call ourselves family by choice, thicker than blood It's also us trying to support each other and to have a family that we choose to learn and grow and support each other and achieve something great together, right?
Yes, exactly. I think that's why even during this time when the pandemic time, when everyone maybe a lot of people are facing some financial problems, career issues, a lot of difficulties, facing by their relatives and families. This is when I think all of us need to stick together as a family. And what I can find after I joined, Proppy is that this is really a big family, and everyone comes in with the heart to contribute to become something great. We wanted to work for something that worth value and something worth to tell to our children, to our
leaving something behind for them as well.
Yes. It could be a legacy, that we wanted to be.
Definitely.
So
yes,
I think that is what I want as well.
Well, I think this is a place where we come together and we want to achieve together something great together, a legacy probably. Also we support and help each other and also not play politics. So many people who came in also have their own career and livelihood, but we support each other's livelihood. Yeah, I think Janice, that day actually you share with us a story. Maybe can you share about that again?
Okay. Yeah, it's just that so happened recently I have issues with my business partner. So I have some business partnership issue. As a new entrepreneur and facing partnership issue, I think this is quite a hard thing for me to face alone. I would say. But fortunately, I think really God is great. I have people really come in just, even though they have, busy life, working, work life to deal with, but they are willing, the willingness, the care that they show.
Take the effort and also care for us.
Yes. And Cici, Wilson, who's the founder of Proppy, whom I never met before.
Still haven't met now, right?
Yes. Also, No, little did I actually know about Cici. He approached me the other day and really offer his care, his help. I was very touched. I was very touched. And I'm very sure, a lot of us, we have ups and downs,
yes, definitely
in the past, and I'm so glad, I'm so grateful that I have somebody like that, as a family, come to me and offer their hearts, and
yes.
In corporate world, I would call that the mentor that we never found.
It's not something that we will see in the corporate, right?
Definitely not. In a corporate, especially the bigger the company it is, I would say the cares for individual livelihood, well-being, family issues, normally getting lesser.
Exactly. I think that is what builds up ProppyApp. It's actually the philosophy behind it that help us come together and grow together. It's this philosophy that we live by, I would say. What about Juliana? We are also here to talk about our aspirations, with Proppy. Maybe you tell us more about yourself and what you have 4 kids, right? You have 4 kids. Actually, they are not young kids. I thought like 4 very young kids. Actually, they are quite big already. What maybe can I ask you, like what is the moment in your life, or what is maybe the toughest challenge, and then how did you overcome it? Some questions I know to help you tell us more about your story as well.
I start to scratch head already.
It's okay.
I think in life, generally, even if you have the best family resources, even if you have given a smooth path to walk, we do have times that we will stumble, we will fall. I think Janice has shared with a lot of heartfelt feelings in it. I can sense it, and I'm very happy for her, and I do respect her very great. Even though I actually just know her since the short time that I joined, as long as I joined Proppy, that she has taken the courage to do the great big step to move and take on start the business. I think it's something that for myself, I have not had the courage. I've always been an employee. When I came back, I said,
but you do have the courage to fly over to China and then different places, coming back to Singapore.
I need to roll back a bit more. How I ended up in Singapore was actually my mom, who actually in that way actually kicked me out of the house, in the sense that after when we have our SPM Form 5, we are done. Then you apply for various stuff. Then I was accepted to Singapore for junior college. And that time, after 17, you're barely finished Form 5. And I remember, I think that's probably one of my toughest time at that point in time. That at a young age of, like what my eldest is now, 18, not yet 18, 17, you have to 离乡背井, literally with a backpack, and you are moving to a foreign country by yourself. I think that at that point in time for me is the greatest challenge and the greatest fear I face. But
How did you overcome that then?
I told my mom, in fact, I actually told my mom, if you ask me to take on the flight tomorrow, I will never be back in Penang to stay for long. At most, I come back only for holidays. Because I counted, I have to study how many years, after I got how many years born, I will be in Singapore by then, like 10 years. After 10 years, I don't foresee myself so easily moving back to Malaysia. So I think I just hear what Janice has said. I do have a lot of respect for that, making that leap. Even for, and then moving to China again is something that came along, the chance came along for my husband. And I was very lucky that my boss was very supportive, even though I joined the bank at the time 4 months before we got the news, and my boss heard that I have to move to China. I was ready to drop the job, as in to give up the job to join my husband with the family. I think as a family, we all need to stay together. That's for me the only one important factor.
I agree.
Yeah, I think for me that is important. And especially at that point in time, my kids are, as what you imagine them to be, they were very young, 5, 3, 2 years old. So that time only 3. So that was another jump that I did. And I was very lucky I had an internal transfer role. So I actually moved to China with a job waiting for me. For both of us were working, we brought our entire entourage, 3 kids plus 2 helpers over from here. And whenever we moved in China, I had people asking me, 都是你生的吗? 都是你的孩子吗? And they will look,
because they have one or maybe
only 1 or 2 kids. Yes.
Yes, and you have the courage to have 4 kids, as Sissy is saying.
I think my first one, her namesake is called Gift. So I think in a way she came along, and then we're like, okay, we can feed another mouth, it's okay. So I think that, and she is indeed a joy. She's 10, the youngest. Okay, I think that's sorry, that's a mosquito. Okay, I think the proudest moment I would feel that I would just jump forward ahead. Another, as a mom, I don't know. There are a lot of things that I by nature I'm quite optimistic, and I do things cheerful. I mean, I don't like to always be bogged down by a lot of other unhappiness. But one of the proudest moments I think is when I was, before COVID last year, my eldest daughter got her O-levels after she came back for barely 2 years. And through some magic stroke, I happened to be in Taiwan at the point in time on the release of her O-level results, and my husband was still in China. So both parents are not around. She has to go by herself to the school to take the result. When she told us her results, I think we were all very happy for her. I mean, she literally nailed it, everything, even though she only had like 2 years in Singapore to really jump right into the deep end. And I think through her own hard work and perseverance, which I saw her growing from, as I told Janice earlier, someone who has never taken a single exam. When we were in Beijing in the international school system.
There's no exam, right?
Taken a single exam, and she was literally failing everything when we came back in the first half year, even English.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, she sort of picked up and
in 2 years' time, just 2 years' time.
Yeah, in a very short 2 years to turn around and manage to, literally, she can go to any school that she wanted for JC in the last 2 years. So I think that could be counted as one of my proudest moments, not for myself, but for my daughter, that I've seen that commitment and hard work has paid off for her. I think likewise for all of us, when we work hard and we're putting all our heart and soul in it, you just want to see it fly. So I hope Proppy is also one of the projects that all of us involved in it now will be one of our proudest. I wouldn't say the proudest, but it's one of the proudest moments when we look back. On hindsight, it's always 2020. hopefully in another 17 years, maybe 20 years down the road, we look
Then
back.
we talk about
Hey, Janice, remember this conversation we had? Yeah, this is what our fathers wanted. We have made it. I think that to me is really going to be the defining moment. Yeah.
Yes.
There are too many challenges. I think I really don't think about it. Too many challenging moments.
Don't worry, this is recorded, so we definitely will have the proof. No, yeah, we said this.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Exactly.
Who is the archiver here? Archive. Everything will be the cloud next time. Yeah.
Yes. It's on YouTube as well.
Oh no.
It's okay. But what about you, Janice? Your proudest moment. You've told us about the challenges that you face. Maybe you want to tell us about your proudest moment.
I think my proudest moment is that I dare to try. There are many moments that I'm proud of myself. I think and I'm very sure there will be more and more proudest moment in the future.
Yes, definitely.
Together with Proppy, yeah.
Definitely.
So every time I make a change, I think I'm proud of myself that I make the move. Yeah. I was not scared of failure. And I could be more scared of not giving it a try. So I think I'm proud of that. Even though I have lots of downs, challenges. But I think every time, if I think that I have a breakthrough, I think that is another proud moment that I will enjoy myself.
Yeah. I think also like collecting this kind of proud moments is actually good. When we tell stories as well, also it's also a reminder to ourselves that we dare to we will be courageous. We can be So also for the sake of women and ladies out there, because both of you I want to go back a little bit on your corporate background as well, and also family, because we talked a lot about family. What are maybe you would say the common challenges that women would be facing in the corporate world?
Corporate world. I go first, Jen?
Yeah, sure. You go ahead.
Personally, I've gone through the up and down. I think, as I just saying with Janice earlier, I think if I'm like her without any ties as in children, and my career would have gone a very different path. Whether do I think that sacrificing the career for the family, is it worth it? I think that is no. You can't make a call like that. It's very different. Of course, there are very few rare women who can be career, family, happy family, blah, blah, blah. In fact, earlier on, we were just talking about, the recent big names divorce in, the Microsoft and also Amazon bosses. And even at their age, the women could not get all the happiness that they want. In fact, this topic, what women want, I find is a very big topic and a huge shoe to fill. Not something that within as a personal experience that I can share and represent all the women out there. But in my own little corner, I must say that I have my regrets. There are certain things that I didn't do as well, or I have not chiong all the way that I would have loved to. But I have to balance up that, given the fact that I have my 3 kids and then the 4th one, and I think all of them, they're not perfect. They have their moments. I do scream until the whole block can hear me. I worry that my neighbor will complain when they were younger. The neighbor will complain and call the police that I'm abusing my children. But I think the thing is that we all have to give and take. life is about your choices. You make your choice and you stick to it and you commit to it. I think that is what everybody has to do within your limited resources, our limited experience, and whatever we know, whatever we could do, we do our best. And I think that part I do concur 100%, 110% with Janice. And I think for both of us, we share the same traits that 就往前走，不要一直往后看。Move forward
definitely.
and move forward. If you fall, I think taking the step to get yourself up and move forward is already a big step. For example, rollerblading. You fall down, do you continue or you just sit there and wait and you say you don't play anymore?
Yeah.
And I think I didn't share in terms of all this, you're cycling, whether even for me, one small
so Juliana is very active actually.
With me in this chat, I'll share I could do a really better than most boys back in my teenage years.
Woohoo!
Penang, so I'm literally a very Penang. It's a lot of people who do not know me from now. I don't look like it, but yeah. Well, I did that. I also did a lot of stuff. More of a daredevil than anything else. Although I came from an all-girls school, Chinese ed, I think I deviated very much from it somehow. But I don't think I want to, even for my own children, I think I don't want them to think so much about whether you're a woman or a man, male or female. You do what you can and put in the effort that you are the best that you think you can do it. And then no regrets at the end of the outcome, whether it's positive, negative is a lesson learned. Then you don't do it again next time, or you do it a better way. There's no shortcut in life, unfortunately. Maybe we can have AI next time that can help us to do a bit of the pathway can be a bit shorter. You don't have to go through so much ups and downs. But it's life, right?
Yes.
I still remember this famous movie, life, your box of chocolate, you never know what you get inside.
Oh,
Forrest Gump.
Famous quote.
Forrest Gump. I just want to run.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I have a lot more I think we can learn from our fellow mentors around here in the Proppy family. I mean, I've been hearing sometimes I join some of the sessions, I hear the sharing from CC, from Dr. Max. Everyone, whether you're older or you're younger, all of us have something to bring to the table. I think that's part of learning, and that's part of our journey in our life. That's why we're still alive, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. What about Janice? You have anything to say to maybe women and okay, boys and girls out there? Not just women, right? Like Juliana is saying, yeah. 还有哥哥姐姐。
Well, for me, probably very much different from a lot of married women. I'm not married. All right. So I have lots of freedoms all this while. I'm a person who loves freedom a lot. But talk about freedom, I think the definition of freedom is different from, what we normally think of, like you say what you like to say, and it's considered freedom or not. But I think for whether it's a woman or man, I think make the right choice at different stage of life is a wisdom that we need to learn our whole life.
Nice. Nicely said. Yeah.
No matter how old you are. Today I'm with Proppy and I met a lot of people who's, I would say, really smart and lots of wisdom that lots of things that I can actually learn from.
And very willing to share.
Yes, and willing to share. Yes. So what I would like to say is that follow the right people, follow the right leader, follow the right group of people is very important. So important in our life. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's why I think really Proppy is the right family for us to, to connect with, to join, to, to grow together. Yeah.
Because this is not just any other business opportunity, we would say. This is really a family that we choose to join in. Yeah, that's why Cici is always saying family by choice thicker than blood, right? We are also here as Proppians. We come together, yeah. The background. Yes. We are also here, we come together, we talk about our dreams as well. We collect, we inspire each other with the dreams. So maybe I want to ask, what are your dreams? Anyone want to go first? What's your dream? Maybe Juliana, you want to go first?
My dream has always been I just want to be a beach bum. I told you I'm seriously a Pinankia. I just want to spend time at the beach and don't think about anything else. I will be able to be very, very happy. Beach bum.
Nice. What about you, Janice?
I'm thinking to change my background now. To change my dream. Actually, okay.
It's okay. Take your
now
time.
My dream, I have different dreams at different stage of life. The latest one
definitely,
actually is that I wanted to build a legacy. To have some value to this world. That when I pass on one day, because, all right. So so I just wanted to leave something that is good, worth people to talk about one day when remember me. Yeah.
Do you see yourself like achieving this with Proppy?
I'm now, yes, I'm working towards that direction. And definitely I believe, from a few sessions that I have joined together with Proppy family, I can see that, everyone have this kind of similar dream as well. Yeah, the same kind stick together.
Yes. Although sometimes we talk about some people talk about like, okay, money, some people talk about power, different kind of dreams. We talk about we want to achieve something out there, build a legacy, and some people talk about family. I want to be a beach mom. I want to be a actually we will actually Wilson told me about this. When you look from a clearer picture, a bigger picture, all these dreams is actually we are actually moving towards the same goal. We want to achieve our own dreams, but through the same path together. That is also why we come together. Yeah. And for myself, right, I've also shared before in previous session. Of course I want to achieve something big as well. I'm not married, but I'm a very family person actually. I want as many kids as I can. I want to be a beach mom as well. I want family and kids as well to be a mom, and but also I want to maybe I just want it all. I don't know, maybe it's like what you say, a different stage of life. I want to achieve something great as well, leaving a legacy. But I think in short, right, I want to achieve something great for myself, but also at the same time, to be able to care for, maybe be there for my family and my parents as well. Because I'm also actually, I've always been in KL. I'm with my parents. So as they are getting older also, I feel like maybe it's good to stay close as well to them.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, this pandemic actually shows a lot of difference. And my brother, he and his family stuck in Singapore for more than 1 year, cannot come back, cannot come back for Chinese New Year, cannot come back for, all the, festivals that we are celebrating here. I really thankful I'm here with my parents. This 1.5
throughout this
Yes.
period, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, family is definitely, you know, something that we cannot just
leave behind. No,
Yeah,
we
leave
cannot. It's like you said, you know, we don't want there to be any regrets. That's why we are here, lah. Yeah.
No matter how aggressive we are in our career and corporate life, I think family is still family. Yeah. No matter how, you know, the relationship is a bond that we cannot break.
Is that what women want then? Actually, okay. I would roughly sum up tonight's conversation with this. Or maybe before that, Juliana and Janice, do you have anything else to share with us? It's okay. We can also continue after this because you know, actually we know Juliana and Janice has a lot to say, to share. I know. But just let me sum up a little bit for tonight's conversation. I think what we want from what we were talking just now, we talk about choices. You know, I think what women want is really to have options. You know, we can confidently, maybe boldly, courageously choose what we want for ourselves. Either a good paycheck, you know, power, authority. For myself, I want to have as many kids as I can. If I'm married soon, I don't know. Or even we want to make a change in the world. I think we have the options, and we can choose what we want for ourselves. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One point only, you can have kids without getting married as well.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think that is a limitation that you have to consider anyway. So
that's true.
You can have everything that you want.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
I also have Kailoi.
Oh yeah, we can have Kailoi. Yes, daughters.
Nowadays, seriously speaking, you don't need to have. You can foster, you can adopt, you can even do your whatever other means of being. You can hire surrogate parent, mom, and
definitely.
And the methods options are a lot more. How do I say? Access to all this are available. Yeah. I think women, as in the females of our generations, are already a lot more lucky in the sense that we were no longer in our like grandparents or even before that era. So I think no doubt sometimes because in the Asian family, the Asian values are still quite strong from the Western world. There are still certain biasness and perspective. I mean, personally, I have 4 kids, 3 girls and a boy. But personally, for me, definitely, I'm very fair. The boys get the most of all my, the beatings and the scoldings from me. Not because of the girls, they are weaker, but because they generally are better in the sense that they are more mature, they are able to think for themselves. But why I brought this up is that as a parent, I do not bring my children up with the parenting style that you are a girl, you have to, next time get married and serve your husband and the family. I mean, these are the kind of very olden fashioned way. What I really wanted my children next time is that they do the best they can, just like what we want to now strive for ourselves. I mean, it's quite scary that now as of we are in our 40s, hitting our 50s, those who are in their 50s, going to 60s, you are probably only at your midlife. You are the friend. You're no longer at the, I'm on the retirement, I can relax. So my dream as a beach bum, not mom, beach bum, I say I can just have my cocktail and just watch the sunset as in the back that I've been having today, beautiful sunset. Is that remains a dream until I can make sure I'm financially independent. I have a lot of income that can sustain my my lifestyle, my commitment, my children, or whoever that I need to pay my property and stuff like that. So I think that is a dream. That you have that financial freedom to do what you like,
Yes.
to build a legacy, to donate or to build something else. I think all this only comes with financial freedom, and you have
Exactly. Options also comes with that.
Yeah. So I think the most important thing is that we do not limit ourselves thinking that nothing is impossible, that something is impossible. Must think of how to do it and what do we need to do it. I think that is the mental mode that we should be on.
Yes.
I think with Proppy, again, I like what she's always saying, this is everything is possible. What can we, what with all of us, all the various skill sets. I think that is what the family, that this family made up of a lot of geniuses and really a lot of smart people and who are very most willing to share. I think that is where I think we are all looking forward to like I said, now I'm probably at my mid-span. I have another half life to learn, to grow, and to build something together. I think that is something that I'm looking forward to.
Yes, like what Juliana said, anything is possible. Don't limit ourselves. This is to not just women, but also men out there. So with that, I'll close the conversation for tonight. And thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you for coming in, Janice and Juliana, spending your Sunday night with us. And for those of you who are still listening in, please follow and subscribe to our social media channels if you want to get to know us more on Facebook, YouTube, and Podbean. If you have any feedback, questions, please also get in touch with us. If you want to know more about ProppyApp, please also get in touch with us. Please stay on also after this live session to say hi to us as well. We will proceed to close this conversation for tonight. Thank you for staying on with us. I hope you've enjoyed our conversation for tonight. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.